And there you have it, guys. You're in tune to episode 2 of the Lyin show, the show which takes you on our journey of enlightenment, personal development, and self-knowledge. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and do check us out on all the platforms and mediums that will be tapped into over the following weeks. Let's go.
Nah, blood, I ain't lying. I ain't lying, it's the truth. Told me when did I talk crap when I was in the booth. Came out with pain like I cracked my tooth. They're happy to chat crap to attract my views. I ain't lying, it's the truth.
And as always, we start off with the vivacious, wonderful voice in the corner. Let's give a round of applause for voice in the corner this week. What you got for us this week, voice in the corner?
Thank you guys. Right, if you could choose your age forever, what age would you choose and why?
30.
I'm gonna let the captivating co-host go first.
I'm going straight for 30 because they say that's when you peak, your sexual peak is and stuff. I feel like at 30 you kind of find yourself. Should really have I won't say have your money in check. I don't know. Maybe you should have a plan in check. You should be headed towards something or got towards something that you want. But yeah, I just think 30 is a good age. Still got youth on your side. You know what I mean? I just feel like it's a nice balance. I think 30 is a good age. I think, yeah.
And how old are you now?
I'm 33. I'd like to go back 3 years. You know what I mean? 30, yeah, I'd stick at 30 for the rest of my life. I think that's a good age. What you saying?
I'm just letting you do your thing. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like I feel that's enough. Sexual peak. having your life in check and stuff like that.
You're saying you're past
I'm not saying I'm past it. No, but I'm saying that's when they say it is, isn't it? Like that's what they say. It is though, isn't it?
Yeah, so you're 3 years past it.
No. Well, you're 8 years past it then, lad.
You're speaking for yourself. I'm
saying that's what they say though, isn't it? It is. That they say you hit your sexual peak at 30.
No, you speak for yourself. Yours was 30.
No, I'm just saying that. No, that's not. The science says, isn't it? So. I don't know if how true it is, but I'm saying if it is, I reckon 30 is a good age, and I reckon a lot of people have found themselves at the age of 30. There's more stability in your life, and like I said, 30, you still got a bit of that youth on your side. Do you know what I mean? All
right. Well, I'd probably say I started receding about 28, innit? So I'd probably go with 27. You get me? Cause before then, man, I had a fresh hairline. You know what I'm saying? I need to get the fade from Kenners. Big up Kenners every time. You get me, man?
I didn't need to go that young.
I'd probably say real talk, big man thing. I'd say 26. Yeah, and the reason I would say that, like I say, man's hairline was still intact. Yeah, and it was before I had certain bills. You know what I'm saying? I never had mortgage and certain little stressors on my head tops them times. I was free. I felt like even musically, you know what I'm saying? Lyrically, I was writing my best lyrics and you get me? Like life was not as real. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like 26. Yeah, I'd probably stick at 26 and be that forever. You get me? Man could venture back to the 21-year-old gal them. You know what I'm saying? 20. You know what I'm saying? But still could attract the 35-year-old things, you know what I'm saying? And the 36-year-olds. Trust me, blood. Like, now, at 38 now, my daughter's 18. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really go... Morally, I feel wrong to go to certain level. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know my daughter's 18, you know what I'm saying? So how low can I really go? You know what I'm saying? So it's just... Yeah, I'd probably stick at 26. You get me? Even though I'm not gonna co-sign Whips's thing, you get man's sexual peak is still rolling.
No, not allow it. Don't try and throw shots, bro. Like, listen, no, that's what the science says, isn't it?
No, but you must agree to quote it.
You're a dickhead.
No. What are you saying? Second round's not a problem for you?
I'm just saying. No, I'm blessing my 33s. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I'm just saying. That's what they say. Got me reflecting back. Nah, man. Game's good. You know what I'm saying? It's all right. I just seen 30. I think 30 was a good age. But then when you said 26, I was reflecting back the things I was doing when I was 26, and I reckon probably like 26 to 28 was probably some of my best years. To be fair, it probably was. But on an overlook of everything, I just think 30s are 30s are good. I started getting my shit in check at 30.
I hear that, bro.
So I feel that's.
You know what's mad, yeah? Like, it's mad, like, at 26, any painting I seen on the road, yo!
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
First step.
Go on. I felt, whereas it's mad, like, once I hit 30, I remember kind of feeling like, I can't really see a woman in the street and approach her. You know what I'm saying? It kind of felt a bit wrong to it's like I was just aware that, like, yo, you're 30 now. You know what I'm saying? Can't be moving like that no more. Whereas 26, I just felt like, yeah, I can do anything. You get me?
So you'd stick at the age of 26 purely based on chasing girl? That's your thing, bro. I'm just asking.
Listen, like I say, I came up as a ladies man in this thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie. You get me? Like, real talk, ladies man and music. Like I said,
yeah.
and the stresses of life weren't so sharp.
Yeah.
They weren't so apparent for me at that point. I knew there was stresses, but I kind of used to worry about, what am I gonna be like at 32, 33? Am I gonna be all right? Cause I knew that, like me, I never got no qualifications. You know what I'm saying? I never got no academical achievements, even though with a guy with the IQ of me should have had many. No self-praise. You get me? I should have had many, bro. You know what I'm saying? My auntie, bless her, she used to say, yeah, Warren, you're going to be a barrister. You know what I'm saying? All of that. But it's like, so I've always been aware that I haven't put in, my dad always used to say this thing. He used to say, he says, if you make your life uphill going towards like 25, he says, once you get to your 30s, life can be like on a straight and you're just easy sailing. He says, but if you go downhill and just enjoy your 20s up to 25, he says you'll get to 30 and in order to pull it back, you're gonna have to do the uphill at 30.
I feel like I've done that as well. Definitely. I've done everything backwards, you know, with the travelling thing and going living abroad and just being an idiot. But like, I feel like I've done that. That's why I picked 30 though, isn't it? I find that sable grand. I just think I think it was just the right age for me to pick, really.
So, yo,
is that enough for you?
The same voice in the corner. You happy with that?
Did you think that the ladies dwindled when they lost?
It's crazy, you know, because I feel like I got this saying, yeah, and it says a broke man will only be able to keep a woman if he is not insecure about being broke. You know what I'm saying? So if you're broke and you know you're broke and you say, babe, it's your birthday today, come on, we're going for a walk around the Arboretum. You know what I'm saying? I feel as though because of the way you've just said that with conviction and because remember, it's not the date. You can take a woman, the richest guy with the best car and the most money can take the woman everywhere he wants to, Dubai, this, that. And then she cheats on him with the guy who's at the bedsit and drives the little Ford Fiesta or is on the boat. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of take that analogy into all aspects of my life. You know what I'm saying? And I feel to myself like anything you're insecure about will become apparent. You know what I'm saying? But I see my guy Jason Statham getting him in, mate. You know what I'm saying? And I thought, if Jason can do it, why can't Warren do it? You know what I'm saying? And I've never had a problem, bro. You get me? Bold and proud, fam. You get me? Someone's got to keep this 2-pack thing going. You know what I'm saying? Trust me.
Is that sufficient for you enough? Voice in the corner?
Yeah.
I respect that. And you're in tune to the I Ain't Lyin show, as you know. And this part is the controversial quote part. Yeah? We do not know, just to reiterate, me and the captivating co-host here, we do not know what is under this table. So we're going to take the quotes out from under this table and we're just going to debate it for 20 minutes. You first? Let's go.
Man.
What we got?
We've got this.
Right. Pathogens flourish on fur farms as well as in live animal markets. So when it comes to the public health risks that they pose, these environments are no different. Deadly diseases can spread to humans in places where animals are kept in close confinement or killed. Cramming animals together in filthy conditions caused the novel coronavirus pandemic, and it has also caused mutations. According to the World Health Organization, as of late 2020, 6 countries, namely Denmark, the Netherlands, Spain, Sweden, Italy, and the United States of America, have reported SARS-CoV-2 in farmed minks. 10 human cases of COVID-19 were identified in Denmark with SARS-CoV-2 variants associated with farmed minks, including a dozen cases with a unique variant 11. Denmark has since announced plans to kill millions of minks who have already been bred on its farms in an attempt to curb the spread of the mutated virus, one that could have devastating consequences worldwide, according to Mette Frederiksen, the country's prime minister.
Firstly, I'm glad you read that, because my dyslexia would not have been playing.
Yeah. Well, like I say, you know, I'm the guy when it comes to yeah, no.
So the fur industry, innit?
Yeah. Yeah, so basically that seems to be speaking of one of the potential hazards of the fur industry. Yeah, the fur industry.
Some of them things are horrible on there, aren't they?
Yeah. Like, you know what? Basically, to me, this seems to be an argument against the fur industry. I don't know how you take it, but it seems to be an argument against it. This seems to me like something that somebody arguing against it, wanting to abolish it, this is something an argument that they would put forward. That's how it seems to me.
Yeah, as in like there's no positives about the fur industry in there. Maybe so. I mean, what's your views on the fur industry as a whole?
To me, the fur industry, I feel as though if it is regulated correctly, I feel as though nothing comes with 100% positives. You know what I'm saying? So I feel as though it's everything in the world. It's a double-edged sword. You know what I'm saying? Now humans, probably for as long as we can remember back to the Neanderthal times or the most primitive state of humanity, we would have been using fur to cover ourselves, or you know what I'm saying? We would have been killing animals.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To eat the meat, or even though I do believe that humans have never consumed as much meat as we're consuming at this moment in time.
Of course.
But we would have been, we were nomadic people. You know what I'm saying? We were obviously killing animals to eat. So to me, I feel as though, ethically speaking, if we would have been killing animals to eat, why would you kill the animal, eat the meat, and leave the fur? What we're supposed to do? Burn the fur?
Yeah. See, if we was having a conversation a couple hundred years ago, I'd agree. I feel like now it's a totally different story. I mean, we can make synthetic fur just as good as real fur now. So I don't understand why we would do it. It's more of a statement thing these days. Like, why would we have to kill off that many animals a year in order for us to put? No one can come with the argument basically saying, "Oh, it's clothes to keep us warm because we've got more than enough materials now. We can make clothes out of hemp and everything." Do you know what I mean? We shave sheep and llamas and stuff. Like, so why have we got to go kill something, skin it, and put it on our backs? I don't feel like we need to these days.
Yeah. Go on.
Sorry, like in Russia, for example, during the Cold War, a lot of these had the, I think it made out of rabbit or something.
The Nurmagomedov hat, I like to call it.
Yeah? It's the what?
The Nurmagomedov hat.
Yeah?
It's the hat what Khabib Nurmagomedov wears.
Oh, right,
the big
okay.
hat.
Yeah. So, like, back during the Cold War and stuff, Russia was, like, it's freezing, do you know what I mean? So they would get rabbits, they'd probably make stew out of the rabbit, use the fur, fine, okay, because it's like that's the resource there. They can't just go down to the shop and just buy a hat that's going to keep them warm. Back then, cool. I just think these days, in a different world these days, I just don't feel like we need fur, and we don't need to be killing animals. Something like 1 million animals a year get killed for it.
Listen, playing devil's advocate, I would say like remember that there are also negative effects on the environment from synthetic fur. Make the creation of synthetic fur.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this is why I say nothing comes with 100% positives, because the same thing which has negative effect, like people look on negatively, is creating thousands of jobs. You know what I'm saying? For people like the railway communities, like their whole life is based around the fur industry. You know what I'm saying? So if that was to be abolished, there would be a whole community of people who would have no way to create money and feed their families.
What if you replace them jobs with factories that make synthetic fur?
And then we enter the argument, because like I say, there's movements which are arguing against, they're arguing and trying to highlight the negative effects which the creation of synthetic fur is also having on the environment.
But negatives on both sides, what would you say is having more of a negative effect? I mean, wiping out, I think it's something like 1 million animals a year get killed for their fur. What do you think has more of an impact? The fur industry in a negative light, or the synthetic? What do you think does more damage to this world?
Well, I don't believe it's a two-dimensional question though, because like if you think the well, obviously we know the downside of the fur industry, cruelty towards animals. You know what I'm saying? Like,
there's a massive list of a downside to it.
Yeah, definitely, and also the alleged creation of mutations. You know what I'm saying? Which obviously has worldwide consequences, but the synthetic fur it isn't biodegradable. You know what I'm saying? So it creates massive pollution. You know what I'm saying? Due to it just living in the landfills and being there for it. You know what I'm saying? So there's arguments for and against. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, the song says, "Better the devil you know." Which is the best devil? I believe as though the devil we know is using fur, because people would have been using it from the start of the creation. Now I don't. Now, I by no means whatsoever do I make apology and excuses for the cruelty towards animals, because I've watched something. I was watching something about the trapping of animals and the conditions what these animals are living in. Like, it is crazy,
back to back
bro.
in cages and
yeah,
stuff.
like it is crazy.
And some of them, they're getting caught just by them thingy grab traps, innit? Whatever they're called.
Yeah.
The teeth. And that's it. So they're getting like broke legs and then just thrown in a cage. I think they're getting a vet in to deal with that. Just so they can go kill it a few weeks later.
And also I've seen things which like the animals are displaying behavior which kind of points to them having mental deficiencies,
or them kind of
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Due to the conditions that they're living in. You know what I'm saying? And so, like I say, I'm a 3-dimensional person. I try to look at everything from each different angle. You know what I'm saying? And play devil's advocate wherever I can. And I will definitely not say that it's a positive, but I can also not say that it's 100% negative, because I mean, like I say, like even the culling of animal, if we did leave the animals to just live and do their thing, I don't know, this, like, I'm on the journey for knowledge also, you know what I'm saying? But I would love to know what the statistics are and what would happen if we never killed any
Yeah,
animals.
exactly. And that's what this is exactly what they should do. That's how it should be regulated.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know Yellowstone in America, the country park?
Oh, okay, yeah.
They took wolves out of that years ago.
Okay.
And then all I don't know if it's like deer or whatever it is. They used to graze on all the grass, right? So much so they was breeding and then grazing. They was just killing off all the grass, so the ecosystem there was getting ruined. So they had to introduce the wolves back in
there
to find the balance. So I understand what you're saying with that, but then it's like, what is the number? Like, how do we find that
Measure
balance
that.
back? Because I feel like it's more based on consumer want, needs. Do you know what I mean?
Consumer.
Is it
Demand.
consumer
demand.
and then it just becomes like greedy. We're just greedy beings and stuff like that. Like I said, there's enough material out there to make different clothes. We don't need it. We don't. And the amount of animals, like I said, the statistics, I think it's something like 100 million animals die a year. There's like 7,000 places around Europe and stuff that farm these animals. And like you said, you've seen videos.
Yeah.
Would you buy fur?
Would I buy fur myself? Well,
Would you buy a Gucci minx rocket and swing?
No. For a start, I don't do that flashy stuff anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I would never buy a chinchilla. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't interest me at all. And to be honest, I care about. I'm a humanitarian. I'm somebody for the world. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of feel as though like growing up with my grandmother, who was a very devout Christian. She used to read the Bible to me and whatsoever, and as much as I'm not gonna say that I follow the Bible word to word, but I believe it is a scroll which contains many aspects of the truth. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the truth. And it states in there that men were given dominion over animals. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I kind of see that as though like we have dominion over our children. Like I have dominion over my son when he's with me. But I feel as though with that dominion, there also comes a line which can be overstepped, which is the borderline of dominion and tyranny. You know what I'm saying? And I feel as though where we exploited our dominion over the animals, because it's clear we seem to have dominion over the animals. We can train an animal to kind of do the function that we want it to do. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of feel like where we exploited our dominion was when we started farming the animal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I feel as though it's a lot more ethically acceptable to be living in a camp and say, you know what, guys, listen, us guys, we're gonna go out this team of 10, we're gonna go out and try and catch a few things for the camp, because the animal has a chance of getting away. You know what I'm saying? Like, probably the statistically the ratio of how many times we would actually catch something, you know what I'm saying, when we go, probably like 4 out of 10. So 6 times the animals get away, we come back with nothing. You know what I'm saying? Whereas I feel as though we exploited it, and this is what we do as humans. Like we just want
more.
No, I want to be able to pick it when I want it. You know what I'm saying? And that's
next
where
to my ass. I want there and then.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that is something what makes me feel ashamed of us as humans. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel as though that's where we exploited it. We started farming the animals, you know what I'm saying, rather than, as opposed to going out and catching that animal so we can use the blubber for fuel, and use the meat and the fur for whatsoever. We says, right, we need to farm them because we need to sell hundreds of thousands around the Canada goose. You know what I'm saying? How many goose are being farmed?
Yeah, see,
so I agree.
See, there's difference between them kind of things though, because like a Canada goose jacket is goose feathers inside, isn't it? Like, it's not anything else. And like, I'm sure, do they grow back, the feathers?
Now, this is what I'm saying. This is the beauty of the show.
But then also,
we're learning. I couldn't tell you, bro, to be honest. But I'm very sure. I'm sure when you pluck a feather, I'm sure they're just not waiting for these feathers to drop somewhere and going and picking them up.
No, yeah.
Because the Canada goose, it's out there.
Yeah, it's more like
it's got a worldwide demand.
Like sheep. Like obviously, we shave sheep, the hair goes back. Llamas and all them kind of things. I just don't see why in the world that we are at now, where we're at, like we need to start giving back to the place. And I just feel like the fur industry is not needed. We are not hunter-gatherers no more, and things. You know what I mean? Like we don't need it. So why have it? Like a lot of things. Do you know what I mean? So that's my views on the fur industry.
Yeah, and
like you said no to the Gucci, didn't you? So I mean, would you any other fur like? Would you rock minks?
It's kind of like milk to me, innit? Like I don't drink cow's milk, but you know what? If I came to your house and you was like, "You want a coffee?" I probably wouldn't say, "Oh mate, you got oats milk." You know what I'm saying? If you put a bit of milk in there, I probably would drink. So that's how I kind of am with fur. Like, if I brought a pair of Nikes and it says, "Oh yeah, it's got fur," you know what I'm saying? Like bear fur in the flipping sole, I probably would still buy the Nike. I'm not gonna say that I would turn that away because it's got bear fur. No, thank you. You know what I'm saying? But I am somebody who's against the humanitarian exploitation of this world.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's what I would say.
Said.
You get me?
It's well worded. Like, no, you're right, and that's what that's. Like I said, I'm against it. But if it comes to something like in trainers or something very minute, I don't think it would probably put me off the sale. And like as you've said that, it's like I don't think it would. But for me to say it, I hate that.
Yeah. Nah.
Do you know what I mean?
Definitely. So basically, if there was that pair of Nike, the 110s there, and then there was the 110s there, and this one had bear fur going around the strip, and this one had synthetic fur going around the strip, would you make a conscious, be honest, would you look at that and say, can you honestly say the reason you would choose the synthetic fur is due to the fact it doesn't have no animal fur on it?
So it's a good question, you know. I feel like I would.
I respect that.
Genuinely, I feel like I would. Even though I've just said like that, if I seen a pair of trainers and they're online and then I find out there's bear fur on it, I don't think I'd send them back. But like if there was an option there where I've got two pair of trainers and I both like them, I probably would, especially if it's advertised as like bear fur, because I feel like I'm contributing to something that I disagree with strongly. Do you know what I mean?
I hear that.
I hate the things like wastage of food and all them kind of things. It's like there's only one way of changing it, and that's by actually contributing yourself in a positive way.
Definitely.
So if I was to sit here and preach, say, no, I hate the fur industry, and you ask me that question, like, I know from now, I know I've got to go. I've got to stick by that. Do you know what I mean? Because there's only one way of changing it, bro. Do you know what I mean?
And this is the beauty, like I say, like with regards to even this show itself, like every topic what we speak about is because we're not experts on the topic, we're not experts on any of the topics, but we have a view on the topic. You know what I'm saying? And even even just speaking about this now, it's crazy that it will plant some form of subconscious seed into our heads. You know what I'm saying? Even me myself, I might now. Before this, to be honest, I've never really checked out the fur industry. You know what I'm saying? I know there's an argument for it and against it. You know what I'm saying? But the crazy thing is, just us discussing this today, you know what I'm saying, will make me. I'll probably go over and watch,
have a look. And
you know
I'm sure I will as well, because I'll be interested.
Mm.
Like the same thing you were saying about the culling and things like that, and then trying to find that balance. I'm pretty confident. I mean, people will have to go check this, but I'm sure that we've extinct a couple of animals by doing the fur industry. I'm confident we have. And like we shouldn't be doing that, man. Let nature take its course. We shouldn't dictate what gets to live on this planet. Certainly not for the needs of people wanting to rock a nice scarf and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? It's just selfishness.
It kind of brings me to watching The Matrix. I don't know if it's number 1 or 2, but what's the agent called again? Agent Smith.
Smith, yeah.
Agent Smith catches the guy and it says, you guys are like a bacteria. Humans are like a bacteria on this planet. You know what I'm saying? And because I've watched it twice. I watched it once when I was young. I don't believe I had enough understanding to overstand what was being said. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm watching it again in my 30s. I watched it back and I actually reflected on what he said and really preed up what he was saying. And I thought, yo, we actually are like bacteria on this world, bro.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, like I've read a book which speaks about what would happen if the world was to go forth without the manipulations of
Mankind.
our habitation on this
Yeah,
planet.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the world would flourish so nicely without us, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So listening to this, like having this conversation myself, you know what I'm saying? And as much as a devil's advocate person that I am, I believe this has swayed me towards like, I think I am against the fur industry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I hate the fact that animals are going through sufferation for us to fucking wear something that feels nice.
For what? Just a stunt, innit? And that is all it is when it comes to that stuff. You know what I mean? Like I said back in the day of the Cold War, there's a purpose for wearing them hats and keeping warm. You ain't got a purpose for it these days. There's enough material out there. So it literally is, regardless of what anyone says. It's a stunt.
Yeah. No, I hear that.
If you're getting a coat that's been made from way back when and you're getting it passed down through your family and stuff like
So
that,
be it.
or a hat passed down, I get that. You get me? Like, it's part of history. It's cool. It's there. I feel like if you're making a conscious decision to go and buy it and contribute to the effery that's going on.
Yeah, no. And well, we've got 13 seconds coming up. So guys, it will be very interesting to see what you, the listeners, the viewers, think on this topic. Has this debate made you go and do some research? You know what I'm saying? And has it swayed your point of view, your perspective on the fur industry? You know what I'm saying? We look forward to your feedback to see what you guys are saying, and maybe somebody can tell us something about the fur industry. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you guys can highlight something to me and Whips to make us guys think differently. You might have arguments for it. You know what I'm saying? You might have an argument against it, which sways us. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, this is just the debate itself and the show itself is basically it's a path of self-enlightenment, you know what I'm saying? And just through this discussion, we're learning. And that's what they say. What is it? Each one teach one or something. What did they say?
Something like that.
What's the saying? I don't know what the saying is. I'm sure it's... What's it? Voice in
Each
the
one
corner?
teach one.
Each one teach one or
Yeah.
something.
That's correct.
Yeah? So like I say, each one teach one. So just having this conversation has opened my eyes to it. So we may have taught you guys something, and you guys may go and teach somebody, and maybe this can be a catalyst, you know what I'm saying, to playing some minor role, you know what I'm saying, because a lot of animals are being
Preach.
you know what I'm saying, a lot of animals are going through the most fucking horrible conditions, you know what I'm saying. So but yeah, let's go to the I think we've got a phone caller. Now it's time for that phone call. We've got someone calling in on the subject of the fur industry. What they got for us?
Yes, hello. I am against the contemporary practice of commercial farming of animal fur. Full stop. It is abusive and not, how you say, eco-friendly. On the other hand, I am not against indigenous peoples living in a similar subsistence situation, securing and using furs for warmth to survive. Most of my clothing pieces are from quality purchases made 20 or 30 years ago. Even some of those purchases were from charity shops or were given to me second-hand from family or friends. I presently live in a place with extremely cold temperatures during the winter season. Last year, we had a week of -30 in temperature. If someone gifted me a vintage fur coat, I would gladly wear it for the warmth. Fur coats are passed from one generation to the next, and that seems like a sustainable item to me, no?
Well,
that was like my argument. That's what I was trying to say. Do you know what I mean? But it's perfect, isn't it? As long as it's being used in the right way, regulated, finding that balance, like everything.
Yeah. No, I agree. Like I would say, like exactly what you said. Like ethically, there's less argument to chastise somebody for handing down a coat what their great granddad chopped up an ox to get. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I understand, and like it says, what was it? Something to do with sustainability. Like, there's not gonna be as much, like I say, filling of landfills, and you know what I'm saying, the pollution which that causes and the negative effects that has. Like, I totally agree with him. I totally agree. Like, yeah, it should be like, if you're living in the condition where that is a necessity, then yeah, you know what I'm saying. But if it's just for vanity purposes of vanity, you know what I'm saying, to say, yeah, look, this is made from 25 oxens, you know what I'm saying, it's like, come on, man, what are you on? You know what I'm saying?
No, it's right. Like, I agree with what the caller said. I mean, that's the point I was trying to make before, innit? Balance.
Yeah, of course. So top class calling, Mr. Whoever your name is, you know what I'm saying? That was a top class call. Like, we totally agree with you, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it needs to be done in a sustainable way, you know what I'm saying? With good practice, good practices in the faith of humanity and Mother Earth, you know what I'm saying? Remember that, even though, like, when we die, it's like having a house, and you know that when you die, your son's gonna be living in that house. Gonna keep that house in good condition, aren't you? Because you know, it's you're not just gonna think, well, I'm probably gonna die in 2 years, I'll just fuck the house up. You know what I'm saying? Because you know your son's gonna be living inside that house. You know what I'm saying? So, and then his son's gonna be living in the house. So you're gonna keep it nice.
What about people seeing that person in that fur coat or whatever? What perception do you think that will give?
Like again, how would they know it's real fur? Because some of the synthetic stuff looks real these days. So it takes somebody to go up to somebody to say, "Is that real fur?" Do you know what I mean? And then I feel like that person can be, "Oh yeah, I got it from my," and I feel like that conversation would just kind of flow. I don't think anyone could just look at any bit of fur now and just go, "That was definitely ripped off a minx or something, or chinchilla." I don't know. I think there's enough real looking synthetics now.
I would say probably like the percentage of person that would have the trained eye to look at that synthetic coat and say, "Oh yeah, that's synthetic," is probably 1 in, you know what I'm saying?
And I feel like if they are trained in it, they're probably all up for it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're up for it, you get me? But so I don't think that should be a problem. But I think with regards to what you says, voice in the corner, I feel as though like it would be it's like a education of humanity. You know what I'm saying? It's like we've been taught to see that fur as a commodity, as something like, whoa, that is the fur of a bear, as opposed to thinking, wow, a bear got killed so that person can wear that fucking coat. You know what I'm saying? So I feel as though, like I say, each one teach one. Like, as time goes on, I feel as though that education of, you know what I'm saying? It's the same with, like, what can I think off the top of my head? It's like smoking. Not so long ago in the UK, you could go in a restaurant and light a fag up. If you done that now, people would look at you like, you flipping ignorant motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Whereas
even if they did smoke as well.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Yeah.
And there's many instances I could talk about, things which would be frowned upon. You know what I'm saying? Which now are socially acceptable. You know?
What are you saying then? People automatically look at these coats and just think, fur fox, or they just think it's fake fur, yeah?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying I don't think, like Warren was saying, you got to have a trained eye to see whether it's real or fake. I think. And the only time you think it's real is if I was joining you on.
If you're leaning to one side, are they saying it? Are people looking at it and thinking it's fake, or are they looking at it and thinking it's real? You know.
I feel as though, like I say, the ratio of person who can look at I feel as though probably if it was abolished and humanity all stood behind it, like, right, we're not gonna kill no more animals for fur, I feel as though probably synthetically we wouldn't really know. Probably it's very
I think
minute.
another way they would is if someone was sourced out Gucci shoes, and if a woman was walking down with Christian Louboutins on or something like that, and she had the full works on and diamonds and whatever and all that, and then a fur jacket, I think most people would look and go,
that's real.
That's real. And then like what, to answer what Voice in the Corner was saying, when he says what kind of perception do you think that gives the people? People obviously want the nice things out of life, or generally, I won't say all people, people live different, don't they? But I mean, some people probably look at that and think, I wish I could have them shoes, or I wish I could have that jacket and stuff. But then it's still like, if they did have that money, would they go and buy the fur? It still depends on the individual, doesn't it? So the perception on that person just depends on that individual making an opinion on them, really, and their beliefs. Do you know what I mean? Does that answer it, though, really? Like what you was asking?
I'm gonna say it's your answer.
Yeah. Because like I say, and that is where I feel as though the education of us, like, why does the fur of a dead animal, why is that perceived to be one of the nicer things in life?
Yeah.
Like, why does that have to come under that section? You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's like me saying, yeah, I skinned a child. You know what I'm saying? I skinned a child and I'm wearing the my bag is actually made from the skin of a real baby. Probably.
Trust me, don't get twisted. Be out there. Some weirdos out there, mate.
This is what I'm saying.
Telling you now.
And I believe if the media, because that is the biggest manipulator of public perception. If the media made that the narrative, that human skin, look at my human skin jacket, that would become a thing. You know what I'm saying? And that would be educated into the population. You know what I'm saying? And then people's perception, people would say, oh, let me see that jacket. Oh, that's not what is it, baby skin? No, it's actually you know what I'm saying, innit?
Middle-aged man skin.
It's just nylon. Oh, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? So I feel as though it's all about, like, as
where would you be wearing that, in jail?
This is what I'm saying.
It is our education, innit?
If the narrative was, that's a good thing to have, you know what I'm saying? Then they would say, oh, we only kill, we don't kill such and such babies. We only use children that had disabilities. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that could become a narrative. Oh yeah, this is a jacket. But honestly, it wasn't made from a healthy baby. It was made from a baby that had Down syndrome. You know what I'm saying? And that could become something which the people see as acceptable. You know what I'm saying? Due to that being pushed as the narrative. You know what I'm saying? So I feel as though, like I say, it's all about the education. It's all about I feel as though it's crazy. Like, sometimes I think, who are the people who control this world? Who are the elitists? Like, what are we really about as human? Because regardless of what we think, we are one. So sometimes I feel like the people above, be honest about who you are and who you want us to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you want us to perceive to be ethically correct? You know what I'm saying? Because if it was really, there's a thing where it says you can either be about the power of love or the love of power. You know what I'm saying? If we were about the power of love, we would all love everybody. You know what I'm saying? We'd love the animals.
Yeah.
Would respect everything for what they are, because from an ecosystem perspective, we all play a part. Even that horrible centipede what's crawling through your house, it has a you know what I'm saying?
Purpose.
If you got rid of all the centipedes in the world, it would have some effect on the ecosystem. You know what I'm saying? So I feel as though we need to be true about who we are. You know what I'm saying? And what are we about? You get me? Are we about the power of love or the love of power? You get me?
Yeah.
I'm about the power of love still. You get me? So I kind of don't really want to see some sufferation for me to live good. You get me? Whereas
Yeah,
you'll have,
fact.
it's just about what you get me. I feel as though if the people above were about the power of love, it's clear to see a lot of our perceptions wouldn't be what they are. You know what I'm saying?
True.
That's
It's
how I feel.
very true. No, it is.
But yeah, man, let's give a clap for the for that subject. You get me? Because that was interesting, and it like this is what we're about in the I Ain't Lying show. Like, we're not trying to just hit. Like I say, we don't claim to be experts on any topic, but we do claim to have a view on every topic. You know what I'm saying? And what I feel today, or what Whips feels today, what Voice in the Corner feels today, may not be what he feels after episode 25 or season 3. You know what I'm saying? Because like I say, we're on this is enlightenment. You know what I'm saying? And we want you to be enlightened with us. You know what I'm saying? It don't mean that you agree with what we think. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't agree with some of the things Whip says and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? But we're on this enlightenment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. What you saying, Voice in the Corner? What do you think we should have first? Villain or hero?
Villain.
Yeah? All right.
It's on you.
Let's do this. Well, this week, Wariko's villain is the most decorated football player in Premiership history. He played for the Premiership Dons. Won the treble. Big boy in this thing. Real big guy. Yeah? None other than Mr. Ryan Giggs himself. Yeah? How you see this guy? Not gonna lie. It hurts me to say it, but I actually class him as the greatest Premiership footballer ever. Like, for Premiership record, I class him as the top man.
Yeah.
Won everything there is in club football. World Club Championship, European.
Got his stripes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Only things he didn't win is international things. But obviously he played for Wales.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you don't expect him to. Yeah, but yeah, like I say, I cannot state how much of a legend this guy is. But before I go into why I'm gonna class him as a villain, I wish to state that he's been charged, but he hasn't yet been convicted of this. Yeah, so I want to state that we don't want any libel cases on the show. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but this guy, what kind of scum do you have to be to have an affair, an 8-year affair? Yeah? And listen, you know, for you to have an 8-year affair with your workmate's wife is tough. For you to have an 8-year affair with your friend's wife is like, oh, that is a stab in the chest.
That's some scummy
Your
shit.
friend might want to end you. You know what I'm saying? But what kind of dirty crap on my trainer do you have to be to have an 8-year affair with your brother's wife? Yeah? This guy, not a 1-year affair, you know? Not just give her a dick down one night and, yeah, drank a few too much Magnums. You know what I'm saying? Like
The Magnums.
Or ales or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You was actually, you done it again and again and again over 8 years, sleeping with your bro's wife. Like, now I'm thinking his brother Rodri, life would already have been a little bit tough for him. You know what I'm saying? Because as the brother, you know what I'm saying?
Like living in the shadow.
You're living in the shadow. You know what I'm saying? Your bro's Ryan. He's Ryan Giggs, innit? He's the top guy. Not to mention the fact that Ryan could have got any bit of fanny he wanted, mate. You know what I'm saying? Like, any woman we know that money makes a man even money makes a 5 out of 10 man become an 8.5, 9 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say he was a bad looking guy. So he had money, plus he had the stature, everyone knew him. He could have got anything he wanted. You chose to fuck your brother's fucking wife, bro. Yeah? Like
For nearly a decade.
Nearly a decade. Like he was sleeping with her while she was pregnant with his brother's baby in her belly, bro. Yeah, like some men will not even sleep with a man's woman for that. Like, you know what? I'm gonna wait till the baby comes. Them would do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, man would even do that, even if they didn't have no loyalties to you. You know what I'm saying? Man would say, you know what? Hey, what? Let's wait till your baby comes and get through the you get me? And then we'll do this thing. But my man, she said, I seen an interview with her, and she said that he was sleeping with her up to 7 months of this pregnancy. Yeah? And she said that once he found out that she was pregnant with his brother's child, she said it became more intense. She said she kind of got that feeling that he was a bit jealous. So he, you know, that twisted shit, like, he was like, mad. Probably, you know what I'm saying, wanting more of an act, because, oh, you got his baby, have you? You know what I'm saying? And this is how she was getting to sleep with him, because she was doing some form of property. I think she was like a property advisor or something, where, you know, the woman who brings you to the house when you want to buy the house and whatsoever. And he was like, she was booking these places and fucking him there. You know what I'm saying? Nah, bro, to me, that is crazy. Not to mention the fact that
it's wrong regardless anyway. Like, having an affair and that's all bang out of order anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? But then to go do it with, like, say, your brother's wife, that's some scummy stuff. And obviously, if you can do that to your bro, you can do it to anyone. You got no loyalty, no respect, no love. Yeah, man. You clearly don't respect yourself either.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Right. You picked a good villain.
Yeah.
That's some scummy stuff.
You see it, and now that leads into why I made the disclaimer at the beginning, because he's just been charged with 2 counts of ABH or GBH towards a woman. I don't know which one it is. Yeah, but I've seen the woman's face, and it's you know what I'm saying, looks like you've had a fight with a guy on the road. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And also 1 count of coercive behavior. Now, for those of you who don't know what coercive behavior is, it's like it's manipulative, like exerting your power over somebody within a relationship. You know what I'm saying? And it's usually like it's usually tactics which aren't too visible to the eye, which is the way that it kind of all adds up to his character. You know what I'm saying? Because it is the way that he would come, because he's Ryan Giggs. So I imagine he would come across as a very charming guy at the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Drives a beautiful car, probably smells of the greatest aftershave. You know what I'm saying? He's the good, you know what I'm saying? Got that genuine look about him, and you know what I'm saying? But then I believe in character traits. That's how I judge people. Yeah, I judge people on character traits. Yeah, so the fact that you can sleep with your brother's wife for 8 years tells me about your character.
A lot. Yeah.
You have the potential to narcissistically not give a shit about anything but what you want. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I believe, even though he hasn't been convicted of it yet, I believe these cunts. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it makes sense, wouldn't it? Of course.
You see it? So, to me, like I say, I'm an Arsenal fan.
Yeah.
You get me? I've grew up. Man U gave me a lot of pain over the years. You know what I'm saying? But this is not a dig at him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is not a dig at Man U, should I say?
Yeah, I know.
You get me? This is disgusting. You get me?
Yeah,
and
it
could be what it could be. It could be a legend at my team. You get me? I would burn him out forever. You get me? So yo, man, fire and brimstone for Ryan Giggs, blood. You get me? Love to all the people and people watching and whatsoever. Unless you're Ryan Giggs, bro. You get me? You fall over and break your leg, bro. You get me? Real talk, man.
I love that you said fire and brimstone as well, you know.
Fire and brimstone.
Yeah, trust me, it's so relevant to what I'm coming with.
All right.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
I love it. Trust me. Trust me.
But yeah, man. So, like I say, people, if there's any, I'm also a guy that's got a very, I'm always open to change my view. So if anybody out there can tell me something, yeah, what can make me change my opinion on this rap bag, then please do so. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm always open to evolve and change my opinion. But as it stands, major villain. Nah, we end on a good note. The hero of the week, presented by the captivating co-host, that guy Whips. Who you got?
Well, like I was saying to you, I'm glad that you touched on fire and brimstone.
All right.
Because for me, my hero of the week is Ghetts. And there's
right.
good reason for it as well. Me being a long time fan of Ghetts. I watched his career from young. You're a grindhead, bro. You know his track record and everything. I think all the way through his career, he's just had a difficult time. It's like he's tried and done this and he'll get knocked back and all these kind of things, and then he's just dropped his album, Conflict of Interest. But he had the whole build up to that. Where he's at now and how the world's looking at him and talking about him, I don't think anybody in UK music right now deserves it as much as him. Like his first release, 2000 and Life. Remember that? In 2005. Like, just go back and listen to his content. This guy's been putting work in. He's a solid lyricist. Do you know what I mean? He's unreal. And he always has been. And he's been consistent. It's like he's even tried the commercial thing on the way up to try and get his door in and get himself more reach. Remember, I make that girl them sing for me.
Which I thought was a banger.
Banger.
You get me?
But the thing is, the only people that kind of supported it and thought it was a banger was either the diehard grime fans or the followers of Ghetts. From outside the circle, I can't say, I'm just saying my opinion. I don't know if he grabbed any more fans from anywhere else. And I don't know what the reason is for him not blowing. I don't know, is it an inside industry thing? Was it the fans not clicking onto his content because he's technical and was it his energy? Was it I don't know what restricted him from getting big. But I'm so happy to see him and what he's done now. He deserves it, bro.
Definitely.
Ghetto Gospel,
mad thing. I personally class Ghetto Gospel. I don't think he's beat that yet. That's just my.
Have you listened to Conflict of Interest?
Yeah, man. I've listened to it now.
And I'm glad you have, because I've asked you before. I can completely understand what you're saying. But I feel like it's like.
I think Conflict of Interest is his best body of work in terms of a presentation.
Yeah.
But I think you listen to that Ghetto Gospel, and I feel he was in a point of life.
Yeah.
I can listen to Conflict of Interest and tell.
Do you feel like you believe it more? Like you're more in with Ghetto Gospel?
With Ghetto Gospel, I can hear that you were in the struggle at that time. You were, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You probably had a few days, Ghetts, where, yo, blood, you didn't have no P. You were broke today. You know what I'm saying? You're waiting on this brother to drop this P to you.
Yeah.
You know? Whereas now, I don't think he's at that place, but I think it's still a bad man. I got super love for Ghetts.
Yeah.
You get me? Hosted my mix CD and everything that brother did. Tried to give him Tried to give him P and he didn't accept it. Yeah. You get me? Man, I was like, yo,
see,
Reese,
this what
listen,
I'm saying.
just give me some of that.
This is why he's even more. I didn't know that. I knew he hosted your stuff. I didn't know about the money situation.
No,
but even for them reasons there, see what I'm saying? There was someone just put so much time, effort and graft in and just been so humble with it and done them kind of things.
He's a real brother.
He deserve it, man.
He's a real
and
brother.
that's away from his talent. His talent just outshines 99% of artists right now in the UK, and he always has. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's crazy because you see with Ghetts, like I feel as though if you think it was him, he kind of was bringing through Criminal and Devlin, and then for some reason it's like them man just kind of in public perception, not to the purist, to the purist. Ghetts, if you know about Ghetts from his first Bad Man lyric, which was, where were you when the beef kicked off? Man, you got niggas on the end of the mix on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel like we need to play it.
That was the, well, you get me, but like I say, I feel as though for some reason, he just kind of got bypassed, and then man kind of just went through, and Ghetts kind of.
And that's what I was saying to you. Like, is it an inside thing? Was it like, yeah, you man can come through, but you know you're gonna have to drop my man, innit?
I wouldn't be surprised if it was some. Trying to watch what I say, you know what I'm saying? But I believe in this industry, there's certain things you got to do.
Politics and stuff.
Yo,
Yeah,
I
and you reckon he was too real? Listen to his album, bro. Like, Mama says certain things, and about his attitude as well. He's saying he was a hothead and stuff like that.
I don't even think. Like I say, I'm gonna curb what I say. You know what I'm saying? But I believe there's certain. Is it ritual? I don't know. There's certain things you've got to do to get to that top.
You reckon?
Yeah, bro. You know what I'm
You
saying?
gotta
Like,
abide by certain things.
yeah, I got certain stories myself. You know what I'm saying? Where certain man have told me like, yeah, in the music you need spiritual protection and you know what I'm saying? Like, and I believe there's something that probably. I'm not even gonna say that 'cause I got love for certain man as well, and certain man have been good to me over the. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like I say, I believe there's certain things what certain man have done, or certain things what certain man have signed, or certain things what they've agreed to that Ghetts probably didn't agree to.
Yeah.
Gee, I know I feel like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
I probably agree with you as well.
But I do believe that when it comes to this skippy bad boy, it's crazy because like Kano to me had the polished skippy flow before Ghetts, but Ghetts had the skippy flow, but it was a bit like of an uncontrollable gun.
Yeah.
It was like it was a bit.
That's why I loved it, because the grime, that's what grime was. And I know exactly what you mean when it comes to Kano and them. Them man had the same kind of style.
Yeah.
But Kano was just polished.
Yes.
But I couldn't say I listened to Ghetts more before, because I was on the fence with him. I just didn't like either one any more than the other.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because although I knew he was polished, I just loved Ghetts' delivery.
Yeah, because I'm with you. I've always liked Ghetts more than Kano, because Kano to me seems like, I don't know Kano directly, but Kano to me seems like he may have been had a more of a. I just believe Ghetts has been on the roads more than Kano. That's just what I believe. You know what I'm saying?
Kano says that kind of things in his music anyway, innit?
You see it, Card.
Yeah.
It comes through your lyric, your post, real, recognize real. That's not saying Kano's not real, Card. Kano's a real guy to himself, you know what I'm saying? But I believe Kano is more like I say, Ghetts was more scattergun. Oh, you know what I'm saying? He spat like a gun, but he probably like, his gun, in analogy terms, his gun killed 2 innocent bystanders, whereas Kano spat like a gun, but it kind of killed what it needed to kill. You know what I'm saying? And so,
It's not right analogy.
but you see what I'm saying? But Ghetts, as he started to perfect it, or even that clash what he had with Skepta, that was Skepta's thing. Like, let's be honest, bruv. Like, spitting technical ability, Skepta can't tie Ghetts' boots, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But Skepta's a bad man producer. You know what I'm saying? And he knows how to lay and make tracks and So in that clash, it was mad. It was like the best spitter don't always win.
Yeah, that's how clashes are anyway, though.
Yeah.
It's making sure the audience can follow and kind of thing.
You see
and
it.
that's what I was saying about Ghetts. I don't know if that's maybe part that held his career back as well. You're a lyricist, bro. I'm a lyricist. I like getting into it like that. And the people I've listened to growing up to, like, it's always had that technical twist in But then I'll go around my mates, he's like, I ain't really feeling like, what's he saying, bro? I don't even know what he's saying. I'm like, you're mad. Like, do you understand what he's doing? Then he'll go put I'm not even gonna say an artist and put another artist down, but they'll put somebody on with like a half-time flow. And I'm like,
and he's loving it.
It's dead, bro. It's boring, man.
You
Do
get
you know
me?
what I mean? It's that kind of thing. I don't know if that's held him back, because I've seen that growing up. The younger generation now, I'm just introducing them to Ghetts, and they're like, who? And now they're hearing him, they're like, yo, my man's sick. Where's he been? I think about where's he been? Guy's been there, bro. He was one of the pioneers of grime. Do you know how good it is to see all these grime artists now that are actually just blowing up and making it mainstream and keeping it real to it as well. I don't mean just grime. I'm on about just keeping it real with themselves and stuff like that. They're not just going out and just singing all this. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
Like they're keeping it real and barring that, and that's why I've loved to see his album drop and the content that's within it. It's what that albums are there for you to show yourself and put yourself out. I know you have to do your little commercial tracks and stuff, but his whole album is brilliant, and even his commercial stuff. Mozambique,
it has the
element of road, like that
sticks
grime.
with his lyricism. He never sways from his lyricism, which is
Never.
his main bread. His bread and butter is the lyricism.
Yeah.
The skip. You know what I'm saying?
And
the symbolism.
I don't know one Ghetts track where he's ever gone too far away from it either. I don't think I do.
Yeah. No, I don't
He just
believe
kept
so.
it that
I don't believe
100
so.
to his style all the way through his career, and yeah, I fucking love it, bro. Ghetts is my hero in general, bro. I idolize him. He's sick.
If you're a grime purist, Ghetts will always be a hero. You know what I'm saying? Like, that man there, bro, serious lyricism, stands for what it's about as a lyricist. You know what I'm saying? Whereas it's a lot of melodic bars, and you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I like all that stuff. I do. I do.
You get me? And it's like, yeah, man. It's just crazy. It's like you say, it's nice to see a man who sticks with the who's stuck to his guns and stuck to his fundamentals, his authenticity. Finally start to get his flowers.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Well deserved, isn't it?
And trust
like,
me,
well
man.
deserved, because he's been watering that seed for years,
Yeah.
and he's maintained
Big time.
Do you know what I mean? And like, so yeah, it's good to see, man. Like, if anybody don't know about Ghetts, go.
Trust
Get
me,
me,
man.
go see, go listen to his stuff, because I'm not just saying this for myself. I'm saying it for everyone. You know, he's an artist. Get me?
No, big up.
But yeah, man, that's
Big
my
up,
hero.
man. Hero of the week. A
Ra-ta-ta-ta-ta.
man like Ghetts. Big up Ghetts.
Trust me.
CPB.
Yeah.
I ain't lying, it's the truth. Told me when did I talk crap when I was in the booth. Came out with pain like I cracked my tooth. Then man love chat crap to attract me youths. I ain't lying, it's the truth. Told me fam did I